Okay, I wanted to give a quick update on the tractor. As you can see, I got the backhoe off, and honestly, this was the part I was dreading the most, and of course it was the easiest to do. It took about 10 minutes to take this thing off completely. As you can see, I made my own little blocking pieces down there, and so it's sitting there and it's doing good so far. But what I wanted to show is I have the tiller attached now. Now, because the backhoe was on, the 3-point attachment system cannot be installed the same time as the backhoe. So short version is it took me like a day. Now I wasn't working on it like 8 hours, but it took me, I would say, about, including drive time and everything, probably 3 or 4 hours to install that. At least the first time. You do have to take one of the tires off. Actually, I had to go to the dealer yesterday because our lawnmower was getting maintenance. And so I asked them, I said, do I really have to take this tire off? And unfortunately, the answer to that question was yes. In case you're curious, let me see if I can show you. It's this piece right here. Because that piece, there is a bar that goes all the way from this side, all the way over to the other side. I don't know if you can see on the camera. From there all the way over to here. And that's one bar. And that piece, which is what holds the stabilizers, is, that bar goes through that. And so the short version is, the first time you do it, because the bar can slide across and go this way, but then it hits the rim. And so the only way to get it out far enough is that you have to take the tire off. Now in the future, that middle piece, which is the problem child, can remain. So when I need to use the backhoe again, all I need to do is take this piece off and of course disconnect this. And then I can slide the bar that way to the left a little bit to take this piece off, and then slide it to the right to take the left side piece off. But the big piece in the center can stay. So I got that finally done at about dusk last night. I was extremely happy. Then today I've spent most of the day so far attaching the 3-point attachment to the tiller. And so that's been a job and a half. And so short version is it's working fine now. All the 3 attachments are in. It lifts. The tiller works, as you can see, because there's dirt on it. And I wanted to do a test piece, which is this area right here. And so this was 6 passes, because that tiller is 5 feet wide. And for the 6 passes, this is where our basil area is going to be, is right here. And so we're not going to be planting basil for a while. I was just wanting to field test the tiller. So this will get tilled again before we go to put the basil in. Because the basil can't be started until probably mid to the end of April. Because the soil and the air temperature has to be above a certain degree. And so now that that's done, the next thing I need to do is build the bed former, which is going to be attached to the back of this. So don't exactly know how that's going to happen yet, but I mean, we'll figure it out. The good thing with this tiller, the tiller weighs about 500 pounds. So if you're using the front end loader, or if you're using the pallet fork, then if you have a really heavy load, and if you don't have anything on the back, and if you don't have any water in the tires. Like these tires do not have water in them right now. If you don't know anything about tractors, yes, a lot of people put liquid in the tires. Some people will put water in antifreeze, and some people will put beet juice. So there's pluses and minuses to both of those. But what they said, as long as you have something on the back of the tractor, like the backhoe or the tiller or something, then you won't be in danger of, if you lift up to something, then it destabilizing the tractor. Because the tractor is all about weight maintenance. Because if you have 1,000 pounds on the front and don't have enough weight on the back, it's actually going to tip the tractor forward. And that's obviously what you don't want. And so what Andre and I agreed to do is that we will keep the tiller installed whenever we don't need the backhoe or the box blade. Because A, we're probably going to use the tiller the most, and B, except for the backhoe itself, it's the heaviest, so it makes sense for that to be in there. So wanted to give a little update, and the main event is going to be sometime between now and this weekend, because we have several hundred onions that have to get in the ground this weekend. They came to us like a week or so ago, and they said they have to be planted within 3 weeks. So I want to make sure that that happens, because I don't want to lose all of our little onion bulbets. Also, between now and then, depends if my aunt's garlic gets here, we're going to do a video showcasing all of everything we're going to be planting. My aunt, she's the one that got us into the elephant garlic to begin with, she sent a bunch of her elephant garlic, and it's actually en route right now, and it's supposed to be here on Thursday. Today's Tuesday. And so she gave us bulbs, and she gave us what they call corms, C-O-R-M-S. They're also called bulblets. And so I'll showcase all that stuff. But we have the potential not only having several hundred onions, but also several hundred elephant garlic. So that'll be exciting, except when we have to plant several hundred of them, but that's a different story. So anyway, done rambling. Excited. I finally got this blasted tiller to work, and it's working good.